We are recording. Here we go. All right. Mez West State Tour stop number 8 in the legendary Hard Times, Bellflower, California. Omar Vacchani versus, needs no introduction, but I'm going to introduce him anyway. Omar Vacchani, part of the legendary team that just snapped off the APA. How you like that? The team of him, Johnny Kang, Ramin Bakhtiari, and Brooke Thomason. Snapped it off, took it down, and versus Vilmos, Folders Junior National Champion and all around
Junior National World Champion.
I'm so sorry. Junior National World Champion and all around killer.
Monster.
There we go. Yeah. And Vilmos and Omar, very good ambassadors for the game. And I'm just going to say this right now. You know, the pool community is small. If we do not stick together and help each other and benefit each other, where do you think we're going to be? We have to stop this infighting. We have to stop this bickering. Get together and let's be together. That's the only way we're going to survive. And with that, Omar for the opening break. Your man Rod Handler with my co-partner Justin Marks. Get used to it.
Yep.
Nobody's been breaking well on this table just this whole weekend, buddy.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Vilmos yet, though, my hero.
I had a good cue ball, and I was making the side ball pretty consistently, but yeah, I mean, those pocket, these are sub 4 inches.
Yeah, believe that.
So yeah, it gets real tough on the break.
Okay, so Omar made a ball on the break, just, but he's not a lot of opportunity here. And you know as well as I know, you have to be very careful with Mr. Folders.
Oh, when you make a push against Vilmos, you better have a...
So I'm going to the Oscar school right now. I'm going to the Oscar school right now. You know what I'm going to say? Tie a baller. I don't like it.
That's probably a good call. The 5 is already kind of in a tough spot, although, you know, there's a 5-9 combo.
Right, so I don't want to leave you that. I'm trying to
so
put
he
you in.
Looks like he pushed out to a jump. I don't think he left him. Yeah, he didn't leave him the window.
Guess
so
if Vilmos doesn't like it, you know why Vilmos said go ahead? He wouldn't let Oscar jump this ball.
No. No.
Am I right?
You let Oscar jump the ball, you lose the game.
See you later. All right.
I'm kind of surprised he didn't jump it himself, but you have to being confident on the shot that your opponent pushed out it to is not enough.
That's right.
You have to compare your percentage to their percentage.
Exactly.
You know, not to say that Omar's, you know,
he
incapable of making this ball. He's certainly more than capable. He's a champion.
Yeah.
Monster.
And now I carry him to 10 and make you sick.
Well, now Vilmos has to accept that he needs his game. he just shifted gears.
Yes, he
did. Okay.
He said, "Oh, you want to make that on me? Okay." Well, nice. I like that by Omar. You know what? I feel like when you're, you know, not an underdog, but you're not the favorite in this game.
No, not the favorite.
Not
you
the
need
favorite.
to establish that you're here to play.
Exactly.
You need to let them know. I played him last week. I was unable to do that, and he absolutely steamrolled me. If you show any weakness against a player like this,
no,
he's going to jump on it real quick.
And I'm going to tell you, too, when you watch Vilmos and you watch his tempo, when he gets that little skip, the Hungarian skip, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Now, you watch him with the calculating and the walk around, but when he just gets to the stop, pop, and drop, you're done.
Yeah.
Believe that.
Yeah, like I've said before, if he gets to thinking about his laundry and what he's going to make for dinner and all this and goes on autopilot, you got a real problem.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so Vilmos is looking to just travel down here. He's going to play that 5-9. He's going to play a carom. Or if he gets a good line, he can play the whole combo. Or he can just break it out the way and play it.
Wow.
Come on now.
Oh, it rolled off. It doesn't go anymore.
Oh boy.
He could have hit no rail and just stunned out on the tangent line and got his cut, played the cut combo. Instead, he got a little unfortunate if he hits that, you know, at 97% of the speed that he hit it at, he's got a shot. Well, now he's got to come up with something. I'm real interested to see what he comes up with.
I got the Oscar Dominguez already. I got the 3 rails behind the 7.
Oh, yeah, but you're
I don't care about the 5 or the 9.
You don't care about the 5?
I'm thinking about the Q rock.
Yeah, because he could go one rail and try to hook him with the 10 and 6.
Yeah,
or maybe even go behind the 8. Looks like if the 8-6 is in line to where,
he could make Vilmos shoot again, right?
Yeah, he didn't even bring his cue with him.
But this is a shot I don't want to turn back over to Vilmos, because Vilmos will soft kick this and you'll be safe.
Yeah, but again, it's just like the other thing. You got to compare your percentage of doing it to his percentage of doing it.
So you're going to play the 5 off the 9 over here?
No, I'm going to try to do the kick save, because I know Vilmos is going to do it a certain amount of time.
Right. So Omar's calling the 5.
Or I'm sorry.
He's going to.
I'm not confident that I'm doing it. Oh, right. He can see.
He's going to shoot the 5 off the 9. That's what he was trying to do.
Well, hey, that's pretty good. How do you even hit that ball without scratching? But yeah, what I was trying to say is that even though Vilmos is likely to kick safe from there,
right,
I'm not confident enough in my ability to kick him safe back, so I'm just going to hope that he's going to fail. Because if he's going to fail 30% of the time and I'm going to fail 80% of the time,
gotcha.
I'm counting on his 30% missing rather than my 20% making.
Indeed. Oscar pulling double duty, a match on the first table and watching a hit on this table.
How could you possibly hit this ball? The 9 is closer to the rail than the 5, right?
I don't know. Well, this is Vilmos Folders.
You got to compress the cushion or something?
Is he spinning? How about that? Wow.
Wow.
It must have been a bigger angle than we could see, Jess.
Yeah, he must have gone in and compressed the rail or something.
Yeah.
That was...
And Vilmos is just...
It's Vilmos.
Yeah, he has all the little tricks, man. You have to be very careful. Because this is what happens.
Not only does he execute the stuff that we see with extremely high percentage...
Indeed.
But he also executes stuff we don't even see with extremely high percentage.
Exactly. I just love his whole demeanor at the game, man. He's just super solid. And so let's just calculate this. What did Omar do wrong this wreck?
I think he should have let Vilmos shoot the 5 and hope that he doesn't shoot the 5. Or hope that he fails in kicking safe.
Right.
Me personally, I think a higher percentage of the time he's going to fail than I'm going to be successful.
Indeed. All right. Vilmos draws first blood. Score is 2-1. We'd like to welcome you to the Mez West Day Tour. Stop number 8. Hard Times Billiards in Bellflower, California. This is Rahan along with my co-host,
Justin Marks.
And we are sweating the action here. 2-1 in Hard Times, having a good time. Yeah, I love it, man. I love the little cat and mouse. That little cat and mouse right there, right?
Yeah.
And if we had to say who blinked, it'll be Omar.
Yeah.
Omar blinked first on that. So now I get to see Vilmos break, because yesterday wasn't nothing happening on that snap, buddy.
You know what, though? It's interesting. The balls here, they got these Duramith. When you see Duramith, you know you're not dealing with an old set. The balls are not going to be worn and small. You don't have to worry about that because I haven't been out that long.
Right.
And the balls are really racking well on this table. I noticed Vilmos lines up every ball with right English.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
Even when he's hitting a ball on vertical axis, he lines up with right English.
Yeah.
Which means his cue action can't be straight. Or can't be straight from a bird's eye view.
Right.
At contact, it's pretty damn straight, though.
You gotta believe it. He gets through straight. So right now, Vilmos has a good layout here. And if I had to call it, this is a table that he should run out.
Yeah.
No problem balls, no balls tied up. This is where he would just have to execute like that.
Yeah. There's a lot of players who are a big favorite to run out in this position until you factor in the 3 7/8 inch pockets. If you're dealing with 4 1/4 inch pockets, which is still a tightened pocket, it's smaller than a standard diamond.
For sure.
Then it's a really high percentage rack, but you factor in these pockets, any ball can be missed. Any ball. Like that one almost, it hit the side cushion.
Well, he's using the adage of, I'm going to hit it a nice firm stroke.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, I think he did that intentionally because he wanted to get off the rail.
Pop that angle out.
Yeah.
Well, Vilmos Folders, he's not, not your average pool player. This guy is very technical, very savvy.
He's a world champion.
Believe that. I'm telling you, I'm thinking about putting together a West Coast team and taking on some challenges.
Yeah. I mean, California pool's been
growing
pretty serious for a few years now.
We're on the upswing. New York and Kansas and Olaf and all those Illinois and Iowa, they got a bunch of players out there too.
We got an APA Masters title to prove it.
So there you go. Take that.
And I don't think any of those guys play bar table.
Of course not. They can't play. All right, Vilmos with a little stop shot to get a good angle on his 6. And this tic-tac-toe from here is the most important shot. And there it is. I just like
being in line.
his release on the cue. I watch that a lot. And the only other players I like more when he's at this speed is Rocket.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When Rocket releases.
Yeah.
The ball is always turning over when he needs, It's just beautiful to watch.
I watched the way he just, his hand, his whole forearm and his wrist just becomes a tool that he's working with his elbow, and it's just so relaxed and so smooth.
Yeah.
He's just like wiggling it back and forth, and it's amazing.
He gets through the ball good, and who else gets through the ball good too that I like is John Moore. John Moore gets through. He just looks effortless, man. You know what I mean? I'd like to thank the official cloth sponsor of the Mez West State Tour, Andy Billiard the Cloth. You can check him out at andycloth.com, the official cloth of the Mez West State Tour. And if you're tuning in and watching this stream, which I know you are, these tables are covered with Andy Cloth.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm actually very surprised. I did not even notice.
See, that's what happens when you sit in the booth with me. You get to learn these high-powered information.
And I'm a geek.
Yeah.
I should be able to spot when it's not Simona's.
That's Andy right there. Shout out to Andy Clark. All right, we get to see Omar. Let's see if he can put some. Omar whacks him.
Yeah, he does.
He doesn't. He's not shy.
Bridging off the rail, which doesn't give you the elevation. Right. Not that it's totally necessary.
He's got power.
He's got to look at the 2, and he's got he needs to make a statement.
Well, once again.
Oh, the 1 is on the table.
So I'm doing an Oscar 1-2, 1 ball back down and trying to get you over here by this 5. Or he can go the opposite way, and he has a bunch of blockers down there. But taking this shot on right now is a little dangerous.
I don't know. I feel like when you're playing, you're playing a champion,
right?
If you're going to play the safe, it has to be a jam up, lock up safety. Or this is good.
I agree.
Because there's a chance that if you miss that ball, you're leaving him tough.
No, and that's the other shot I said. You play that shot because you're going to come down there.
Yeah.
But he, a little more time, and he's on that ball.
It's probably easier to make cutting it to the right, his right. But cutting it to the left gives you a lot better two-way opportunity.
Absolutely.
And even from here, he would have had a great jam-up block, safety on the 2.
Yeah.
The 3 would have been blocking the kick.
And so right now, look at Vilmos. He's sweating. He's saying, "Oh."
Curious if he'll shoot the same shot.
He's gonna shoot the same shot. Look at him. He's looking at it now.
And go 2 rails out and be like center table, basically. Cut the 2 to the right.
I think he might. I don't know. He's the way he's looking. So if he's looking there, is he looking? That's the rebound angle of the 1.
And follow up and hook him on the with the 5.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to shoot.
Yeah, he wants to shoot, but he doesn't want to just.
If I had his stroke, I'm shooting.
This is true, but maybe that angle is not conducive to him getting all the way back to the deuce. You see what I'm saying? He's looking at it like, because he would have shot this ball already. If that was an easy, just pop this ball in the top corner, go 2 rails back down, he would have shot it already.
Because you can't hit at medium speed, you're going to go too far. You're not going to have shape if you hit at medium speed.
So he's He's going to change the angle.
He's going to
with
put him
English
behind
on.
the 5.
He's putting some English on. I think he's taking your shot, Josh.
Hook him back there.
And that's what Omar had the opportunity to do. You see what I'm saying? It's like, and this took me a while to internalize, but when you have the chance to control the table, whether it's distance, a hard shot, jacked up, balls in it, it's better to do that than to give a chance on making the ball. And
Absolutely. And we already know Omar can jump.
Good contact. There you go. Now, just
110.
Do you play the 110?
I do, because the 1 goes up table and you hook him with the 9 anyway.
All right, so we're going to see if it's the right shot from Vilmos. If Vilmos shoots it, it's the right shot at this juncture. He's looking at the 5-6. He says, I can get him here.
Yeah, because you can shoot it and you can roll him up on the 9. The 1's going to go to the right.
So I asked Ernesto, and he says this stuff. He says, when you have these conversations, shoot him.
Oh. Okay. just run out.
Yeah.
That's champion style.
He took the percentages. He's like, these balls are open and available for me, and there's nothing I can do.
When you run out percentage, for me and you, it might be the right shot to shoot the combo.
And I would try to protect myself somewhere.
For Vilmos, with his run out percentage, it's probably the right shot just to get out.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll never forget my first stream match when I tried to 3-foul Sargon instead of going for the run out. And everything shifted.
He came back and got you.
Yeah.
I remember that, buddy.
So ever since then,
you go for the out.
There's been a lot of times where I'm balancing it, and that situation just rings in my head.
That's a good thing. All right, right here. He's just looking at his angle from the 8 to the 9. That's it.
I can still see James going, "What were you doing?"
That's James' favorite.
I'm like, I know. Oh, see? Any ball can be missed at any time.
Okay. And here we go.
On every other table in the room,
that goes.
That is
perfect.
97% for Vilmos.
So now watch him just ratchet down. He won't do that again.
No. This is interesting. Are you drawing straight back, or because you just can't cheat these pockets?
Right.
Yeah, draw straight back.
You have to accept what the table gives you right here. Omar was a little elevated on that draw stroke. Backhand was a little elevated.
Yeah, I don't know what to think of that, because I've heard from Gilbert Najum, Karen players are very knowledgeable about technical aspects.
Right.
He said that it was easier to draw with elevation, and Ernesto, obviously, super knowledge, said that it's easier to draw balls when you're elevated. I haven't been able to logic that out for myself. But yeah, he's sitting in a funny spot.
Yeah.
He looks like he wants to fire it and draw 2 rails.
Yes, I'm scared.
Oh, stun 1 rail.
I'm scared. You know what I mean? Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, Omar. That's the opportunity right there. You got to get them. You got to take it and
probably
accept.
had to do more thinking and more visualizing while standing.
Yeah, you got to take it and accept it.
Yeah.
If you almost made a mistake, you got to punish him, man.
Absolutely.
You have to punish him. Or like my man Sabri Terra said, they have to get charged. If they don't get charged, they think they can just do whatever they want. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Aramith Balls and Simonis Cloth. We're using the Duramith set of Pro Cup tournament balls right now on this table. And I have to say, these balls play fantastic. Roll true, last, and they don't give the skid marks on the cloth, too. That's what they're made to not do.
They keep their sheen.
Yes.
And they're very hard. The sound, they just make a different, a cleaner, crisp sound. Maybe not even, certainly compared to an old set.
Yeah.
But I haven't, seen them side by side with the brand new set. I know that obviously the tolerances are a lot higher.
Man, are you kidding me? He just comes and does it. Nobody was breaking.
Excellent break, no reward.
Yeah, he hit them balls good.
Or little reward.
Yeah, he hit them good. as he always does.
Yeah, that was killer. Cue ball came back 4 feet with enough topspin to just kill it right there.
Absolutely. So Vilmos has a choice here. This is difficult push here. If he pushes up top, then Omar has a chance to play safe. If he goes to bottom, Omar plays a combo. There's also a carom there. There's a lot of choices here. I'm interested to see what Vilmos does.
It's hard to push out to somewhere where they have to play safe.
Yeah.
There's a chance you're giving up the game no matter what, because the eight's there. You're going to leave him a bank. You're going to leave him a carom. You're going to leave him. Even if you go to the bottom, he could cut it up top.
So it's like what you said right now.
There's no guarantee.
Little cat and mouse right now. I think Vilmos is looking. He's like, man, if I push him up top here by the 8, what's he gonna do with the cue ball? Or if I leave him all the way down table, can he play this 1-8 combo?
Yeah, he's looking at that combo from up there.
Yes, he is.
He's like, how tough is that combo? Well, the 1 is not that far from the 8, so it makes it, a lot more playable.
And that angle where he's at right there, he's looking at, he's not going to jump this ball. If he pushes right there, he's going to play it rail first on some sneaky.
Is he looking at the jump combo? He's pushing it like, if I push out, is he going to make the jump combo?
He's pushing out over there. You know what he's doing? Putting that extra bait on the hook right now. He said, listen, I got something in mind. You don't know what it is. You don't know what it is, and I'm going to make sure that you know.
It's interesting when, I've been doing a lot of trying to figure out the difference between playing well and winning. Because playing well and winning are two different skills.
Different things.
So, my question that I would pose to any champion if they were standing here, especially Vilmos, Oscar, someone like that, would be, when is it okay to express dissatisfaction with the table layout or shape or whatever? Because just like that, he's walking around the table, he's kind of shaking his head like, damn, I don't like this spot, that, rather than,
Well, I'm going to tell you like this, and from my limited knowledge, because my favorite player is Suke. And Ernesto does it too. Ernesto never does that.
Yeah, I mean, logic would suggest to me, and my initial, assumption would be that you should never, ever do that. But I watch champions who...
Oh, yeah.
Vilmos plays great, and he knows how to win.
Yes.
And there is exactly what Vilmos was worried about. But this is what Omar should have been worried about.
Exactly. Because if it's like I told you, he was baiting that hook. He's like, you can make it, but
if he can't make it and he can see it full, he might be able to bank it 4 rails, try to put it behind the 5.
Right, and if not, he play the Oscar to make a soft quick kick from the top, 1 rail, the 1 between the 5 and the 10, and leave the cue ball up here, 1 pocket style.
Yeah,
I like that shot. If you play 1 pocket,
or even 2 rails. If you hit it 2 rails that way, then you could
Yes.
drift the cue ball behind the 4.
But I like coming from the top and pushing the 1 down table. He's calling the 1, so he's gonna go. Is he? He called the 1. He's swerving past the 4. Oh, he played the double.
Played the double with the good speed, 2-way shot.
I like that.
Yeah.
He's gonna be in trouble, but I like it.
He's probably going to get back to the table. If it was 4.5-inch pockets, he's probably not getting back to the table. But I don't think Vilmos is going to shoot at this. It's too risky. The balls are wide open.
He's gonna do that.
Bank it at the 10.
Snooker bank.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't like banking it at the 10 because you might scratch. At least to me, it feels like I'll bank it into the 3
and leave a 1, 3, 10 carom combo.
Yeah,
I just
you
like.
just want to jump off.
Yeah, I do. I like saying this. I want to play the 1, 3, 10 carom combo.
Yeah, I love it. I mean,
why not?
You could.
Why not? Right?
You could, and sometimes they play off. Yesterday I was playing Rojan. It turned the whole match. He's like struggling, this, that. I was up like 7-3. He hooks himself, and then he just 1 stroke jumps this 5-10 combo down table that is a 1 in 10 shot if you're not hooked.
Exactly.
I mean, it was unbelievable.
And he fired it in time.
Yeah, he just
it was
slammed
ridiculous. Okay, and here comes Captain Control flotation device on the 1-up table for position on the 2.
Yeah, he pocket hooked him. He's relying on the fact that the pockets are tight. Wasn't enough this time.
You see what I'm saying? Though that little his release, it's like a pinball action. You know when you pull the pinball machine back and then you just let it go. That's what Vilmos does.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
It's that. Yeah.
It's more eloquent and beautiful.
You don't want to jerk the backstroke.
That's what I mean. It just inspires me when I watch him hit those balls like that. I've
had a lot of people tell me that the backstroke doesn't matter. Backstroke's just as important as the front stroke.
Backstroke's more important than the front stroke. It establishes the tempo, the tone, and everything else when you hit the ball. If there's a problem in my game, that's
I don't know about
you rush it.
I'd take a perfect forward stroke over a perfect backstroke.
Well, if you have a perfect backstroke, wouldn't it equal a perfect forward stroke?
Not necessarily.
Okay, so then I'm agree with you. Meanwhile, Vilmos just goes about business as usual. He's accepting a shot. He probably would want to be a little bit closer.
Yeah.
But he doesn't care.
Or a little straighter.
Right. But does any of that really matter after he puts it into the back of the pocket? And he's actually putting a little juice, yeah?
Roll down to the bottom rail and shoot it up top, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a very sexy shot.
He didn't even roll to the bottom rail. He just stunned it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
He thought he missed it. No. Omar gave him that shot? Ain't no way.
Can't do that.
Ain't no way. There's no way. There's no way I'm giving you that shot, dude.
Not on this table. I ain't giving you nothing.
You have to shoot, bro.
Yeah.
You have to come into my house and take my lunch. I'm not giving you nothing. I'd like to thank our sponsor, CSI, Q Sports International, Ozzie Reynolds, and the crew for all they do for pool. Couldn't think of a better way to spend my day than on an early Sunday watching some quality pool here. We got amateur champion Henry Brute on the other table playing Oscar Dominguez, and we get some quick scores around the room. Just let's see what we got here. Marcos Rodriguez down 3-1 to Jim Burt. Ken Johnson leading Santos Sambahon by a score of 4-2. Ernesto Dominguez up 4-3 over Johnny Hernandez. Oscar Dominguez up 3-2 over Henry Brott. Dale Cadoon up 6-2 over Ben Tom.
See this break.
Melissa Herndon up 5-4 over Misa Estrada.
Aaron got a ball. Where's the one? He's freaking excellent break.
There you go.
Excellent break.
Aaron Estrada up 5-3 over Larry Bond. We got action. And that was a good break.
Wait, go back to the scores. Aaron's playing Larry Bond.
Mm-hmm.
5-3. Melissa. Oh, Ben's down. Ben plays freaking strong.
He's gonna have to turn it up.
That's Oscar's doubles partner.
Oh, Ben.
Yeah.
All right. Here goes Omar with the slide over for the 2 in the bottom corner. He's got to stay on his balls, man.
Well, Vilmos just bridging over the 2. Nothing easy about this, except that the 3 is nearby, so you can stun over behind the 3. But it takes an extremely accurate stroke too.
Well, since I don't have the stroke that Vilmos has, how about if you hit the one in the face, play the cue ball on the side of the table by the 8-2, and put the 1 ball on the table? Yeah, look at Vilmos calculating. Yeah, I think he's going to do that shot, Just. Yeah, he goes. 1 ball right through the gap.
Yeah, I mean, if you get the cue ball behind the 3, you don't have to worry about the 1 ball. But just to be sure, plan them both.
Right. So if I had to control 1 ball here, I'm going to control Whitey and leave it on the side where that 8-2 is, and make sure that 1 ball's down table.
Yeah. I'm looking at getting right on the 3. Don't let him jump.
Yeah, I'm with you. But you see?
He hit that really funny.
And funny equals bad, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because that's not like him. Okay, Omar has a chance here. 2 rails back to the 2.
He hit it really funny by his standards, not by my standards. By my standards, it's just an average shot.
All right, by his standards.
Oh. It's all right. He needs to get settled.
Omar just need, he a private thing. He tells me he doesn't like playing on the stream table, but he needs a break here.
Oh, if I'm playing Vilmos, I do not want to play him on the stream table because the stream means nothing to him.
Yeah,
he is not intimidated whatsoever.
I'm gonna tell you though, what I like about Omar's game though, he's very even keeled. He's very even keeled. So right now, I gave him a thumbs up and laugh. I just slide over and take a little break.
He's very modest.
Yeah, he can play.
I never knew he was a beast until I watched him play.
Yeah, he can play.
There's nothing, he's not gonna let you know he's a beast. He's not out to prove he's a beast. Exactly. He's just gonna be a beast.
Right. Very gentlemanly pull. And I know that he tells me, bro, I hate the stream table. I hate it.
It's tough.
Of course it is, bro. All right, now Vilmos can show us how tough it is getting on his 4-ball. And he just does that so well.
It's one thing to play,
right,
a 7 on the stream table, right, or even some 8s.
Right.
But playing Vilmos, who's been on streams his whole life.
How about probably the top player on the Mez tour right now? It's got to be close. Vilmos certainly. I think Vilmos has the edge. I think Vilmos is in first right now.
He's certainly in the
running.
Absolutely, more than in the running. He
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call it right now though. His break is second to none. There's nobody on tour that breaks better than Vilmos. More consistent.
The thing is, any given Sunday.
True.
Any given Sunday.
Right. But if they have a break contest,
but day to day, he is so consistent.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And he can make an error like he did on that safe, and then get back up to the table like it never happened.
Exactly, that's what he does.
Like, I'm not worried about that. I'm a champion. What do I have to worry about? I made a little mistake.
And like we said, the air that Vilmos is breathing right now isn't the air he's breathing if he was playing the Rocket.
Yeah.
A little rare Friday. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Fast and Loose.
Not that Omar's a cheeseburger. Omar's.
I told you that was coming. He's gonna get a little pep talk, but it happens, and he knows what's up, and he's getting a little pep talk over here from April. And I look at Vilmos. Vilmos is just like, it's all right, it's okay. I'm just gonna come to the table and do what I need to do.
Yeah, I mean, this is like you do your paperwork at work. Mm-hmm. This is what Vilmos is doing. He's just this is everyday stuff for him.
And here comes this break.
Look at all that right. That's like a whole tip of right English.
Yeah, and you know why he does that? I know why he does that.
I'd love to know.
I'm gonna tell you in a second, and you're gonna say, "Oh yeah, for sure." He does that. It's almost like check center. So if Vilmos has a flaw, that means that he would usually go to the left. So when you put the right on it, by the time he gets through the ball, whatever he's off a little bit will cancel the offness of where he hits that ball.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So if you know on your setup that you're off to the right a little bit and able to hit center, then you just play your Q-tip a little bit to the left. So by the time you get through, you'll be in center. That's why some people line up with it.
That is an interesting strategy.
Mm-hmm. I've seen a lot of players do that.
Three-9 combo.
Mm-hmm.
Control the 3-ball. It just drifted enough so it doesn't go by the 6.
Right. I think Omar right now, he's trying to get into his game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he didn't quite get him.
Right.
Yeah.
And so what I'm going to say right now, Omar is not a slow player, See? Yeah, Jusito said the same thing. Yes. Yeah. Omar needs to find his pace to where he plays his game without the shadow of Vilmos looming over him. You know? And right there, that's three unforced errors by Vilmos.
That's more than most people get.
Right? So right now,
this early in the match,
so he should be. If I'm Omar, I'm jumping all on him.
Yeah, what Omar did there with the 3, for me, I know that I've done stuff like that mentally, where it's you get a little out of line,
Yes.
make a little mistake,
Yeah.
and then at least I'm guilty of it, to where I'll
It happens.
occasionally just get down and shoot to prove that I'm not concerned about the fact that I just made a mistake, so I'll just shoot like it's no big deal.
But you know you're super concerned.
But it's
Exactly, you're super concerned. So right now, I don't think Vilmos makes another mistake in this match. I think he just settles in, bears down, and he's going to do what he needs to do. All right.
he wants to go around.
Right? Wouldn't he be better just a little nudge? A little nudge. I knew it was gonna just, because if you don't get by it, you're in trouble. Now, do you like staying under the 6 ball, like bring the cue ball back where his hand is, or on top of the 6 ball and shoot it down in the corner?
I like this way.
Simply because you don't have to shoot past the side pocket and it's closer to the pocket, or
Yeah. Also, if you follow if you want to go to the wide part of the position zone, the wide part of the position zone leads toward the corner pocket.
indeed.
If you follow naturally and just go to the side rail and across, you're playing into the narrow part of the position zone on the 6.
Right.
And he's giving him another 10.
And Omar said, I'm going to take 5.
Here's 10. I'll take 5.
Exactly. Like to thank our sponsor, James Hanshoe. The best 3
I need
piece.
to order my James Hanshoe today, so
Yeah,
I don't have to keep using Jositos.
That's all right.
Juicitos.
Like to thank our sponsor, James Hanshoe, the best 3-piece jump cue in the market, from Waco, Texas. You can check him out at www.hanshoecustomcues.com.
Yeah. The Hanshoe to me is worth half a ball in my game,
Believe that.
at least.
And you know, I was lucky enough to acquire one. I'm super happy. You know, I have one now because you need it. You need it in your arsenal. You are incomplete without a great jump cue.
Yeah, because nowadays
Yes.
there are a lot of great jump cues. That one for me,
Yeah.
like, okay, there's a million jump cues that are easy to get over the ball with.
Right.
That jump cue is a little longer, but still has excellent jumping ability.
Right.
And it has 2 lengths. So
Yeah.
it's just excellent for pocketing balls.
Yeah. All right. Some scores around the room. Justin, we have on table 2, Jim Bird, 4-1 over Marcus Rodriguez. And Marcus just got another game, so that's going to move to 4-2. Ken Johnson up 5-3 over Santos Sambajón. Wow. That's a little unexpected. Ernesto Dominguez up 6-3 over Johnny Hernandez. Oscar Dominguez up 4-2 over Henry Brott. Dale Cadoon still up 6-3 over Ben Tom. They're fighting over this next rack. Melissa Herndon making a move at 6-5 over Misa Estrada. That young kid plays good. He plays good.
Oh yeah.
Aaron Estrada and Larry Bond tied at 5 apiece. So we have a great amount of matches going on today. And just a quick sidebar. We're not here to digress, but right now we know what happened last night in the straight pool championships, and we have a bunch of conspiracy theories out there, and it's just an interesting conversation on pool. We can't convict by first sight without taking in some information.
Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
You know?
no way to know.
And I'm a side with my man Justin over here because he's an X-Files type guy. He says those rules might have been posted after the fact.
It's just possible.
Yes.
But who knows?
But we can check.
Yeah,
Because
somebody. No, we can't check. I don't know, but somebody can check.
Somebody's going to check and see when that rule was added, if it was there. If we're able to see it and the dates come up and that rule's there, then it's been there.
Yeah, I mean, but okay, let's say it did just show up, hypothetically. Then it goes to the referee's call.
Right.
And if that's the call that the ref made, if that was the conclusion that they came to, then that's the conclusion.
That's right.
It's that simple. If the rules didn't account for it, somebody has to make their best judgment. If a few people got together and conferred and came up with that judgment, that's the that's what they came to.
All right, Omar Vacchani with nice rake. 6 goes inside. And okay, well, he has a shot on the 1 ball. Now I'm gonna agree with you right here. I say you have to shoot this one.
Yeah.
You have to do your due diligence to try to get out here.
Try to keep the champion off the table. I mean, at every opportunity, keep the champion off the table.
I like that plan. That's a good plan. So he just slides in here. Oh, come on. Get a little love bump. Get a little love bump.
Nah, there's not a love bump.
No. And that's got to be disheartening. You go to the bathroom, you pump yourself up, you come back out, and you hook yourself. Oh. Right?
And he just got down and shoot. He needs to weigh his options. He needs to consider the options.
I mean, listen, our job here in the booth is just to report the news and to be vanilla. And if the Joneses are doing it, then you should do it. So he should have took a little more time on that shot to try to plot. That's a little frustration, a little bit creeping in, because Omar plays way better than this.
I don't want to criticize Omar because I don't want none.
No, we're not. No, and we're not criticizing. We're just reporting on what's going on right now. Omar is playing under his speed. Yeah. So it's easy way to get around that.
But it's hard to play your speed against Vilmos.
There you go.
Because mentally, I know. Okay. For example, I feel like I have the skills. I really need to work on my mental game. I'm working a lot on my stroke, but I need to work every bit as much on my mental game. So, for example, I've played Oscar 3 times. First 2 times I played Oscar, I got 4 games plus the 2-game spot. He beat me 9-6. Mm-hmm. The third time I played him, I got 6 games plus the 2 games. He beat me 9-8, hill. All 3 times I had the same goal. My only goal was to play my best so that at the end of the match I can say, hey Oscar, what can I work on, and I can get useful information. Mm-hmm. Because if I don't play my best game, then after I say, hey, what could I do, what can I work on, don't miss so many balls. That don't help me none.
Because they stop choking.
Yeah, I want to put my best game out there so that I can ask for advice.
That's admirable quality, brother.
But so I could have used that same strategy against Vilmos, but I said, you know what, I don't think long term that's the correct mental strategy. That's certainly not the mental strategy that Vilmos uses, or Oscar, or Rodney. Nobody's using. No champions use that strategy because they don't want any advice. They just want to beat somebody.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? I'm playing Vilmos. I already have a mental plan in place that will allow me to do well if I used the same strategy I did against Oscar. But instead, I went in and said, I'm gonna beat him.
Right.
I'm gonna get him. I got 1 game.
There it is.
Because I'm arguing with my subconscious.
Yeah,
my subconscious knows I'm a huge, outrageously huge dog against Vilmos, so I can't argue with my subconscious to try to pretend I'm not.
Right.
But I think long term, I think that's a better strategy. Even though I only got 1 game, I think I could have got more games if I had used the other strategy. But I think it's just like when you want to shoot the bank because you're more comfortable with the bank, but the cut is the right shot.
Cut's the right shot.
Shoot the cut. Exactly. The cut, even though you're going to miss it eventually, things are going to fall into place.
That's a good one.
So I think long term.
Ernesto says that. Ernesto says even if you miss, you have to shoot the right shot. You get used to shooting the right shot. You make them, you win. In that note, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Mez Qs. If you want to check out the Mez Q, make your way down to any of our stops. Check out the Mez Demo Q. We have all 6 shafts available, and we're sure they have something that you like. Now,
this is interesting.
I'm going to say Vilmos is freewheeling, plays the 1 off the 9. Right?
The 1 off the 9? Yeah, I love it. I love it.
So is that the correct shot to play at this juncture?
I don't know, but I want to see it. I don't know that much.
I say he doesn't shoot it.
Well, it actually looks very.
How about he plays the 10 ball?
Looks. Oh, no, I don't like playing the 10 ball. The 7's in the way. You gotta be real funny just to do that. I think the one off the 9, I think goes.
You want to turn this a little bit and play the 10?
I don't know. This is.
Well, we're gonna see his thought process right now. We know he's an excellent ball pocketer, and if there's something about it he don't like, he's gonna show us.
He's looking at the 1. He's looking at the 10. He's saying, "How can I get there?"
He knows how to get there.
Pool Hero says, "Push out."
That's tough, man.
You could just push out to a terrible position.
You could just do that. How about you push out, you shoot the 4 to the 5-10?
Oh, you mean just blast the 10 out of there on the push?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Vilmos is playing this 10 ball, buddy.
Oh. If I could jump over that wall and just get down there and check that line, I don't know. It doesn't look like there's. He didn't call it, so
You sure?
he's probably playing safe.
You sure?
No.
You're not playing that 10 ball?
Well, he didn't call it.
Yes, you did.
He did?
Yeah.
Okay.
I knew
I'm
you
not
could
paying
play 10 ball.
attention. Oh.
I got you covered. See, I was right. Wow. I'm getting better at this, bro.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a. Yeah. On these pockets, I know the ball's an inch from the pocket.
Okay.
You still got to hit it good.
Jump.
You got to hit it
Are you
good.
jumping this 1 ball?
Absolutely. Every time.
Okay, with the 10 hanging right there?
With the ham chew?
the 10 hanging?
Yes.
Why don't you just take the 10 and get it?
I like this.
That's what I
I like this.
think. I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No.
I mean, I feel like you could have made, a little. If you take the 10 ball off the table and give Vilmos ball in hand and let him just run the table, he's running the table like 80%.
That's right.
At least.
Well, at least you have to shoot it.
At least now he doesn't have ball in hand.
That's true.
And I don't think he's playing the combo anyway.
If you don't think this is ball in hand for Vilmos, you're smoking. We're being a little facetious here, but it's in the spirit of the game, and just applauding these guys' accomplishments and skills, because Vilmos is a very skilled player, brother.
Oh yeah.
And he's gonna bring your inadequacies to light.
He's skilled, and he's just a winner.
Exactly.
Like I heard Appleton one time talk about, they were doing an interview and they're like, "Oh, how'd you get into pool, this, that?" And he was talking about his boxing career, and at one point in the interview he just goes, "And I'm just kind of a winner."
How you like that?
You're just kind of a winner. Like, wow.
I think you'll find most of these guys actually that are super good pool players. They're winners in a lot of things. They're good poker players. They're good pool players.
They're just smart people, period.
Just
Yeah.
with the strategy. It's a mind game.
Yeah.
And you see right now, my man Omar, he's just getting the worst of it. Vilmos misses, you got nothing. Vilmos leaves you tough, you got nothing. Vilmos runs out, you
Yeah.
got nothing. So this is what Sal would say right now. You just have to do the best with what you have. Whatever you have right there,
So you tell me, what
do
do you
the
have
best.
here?
You have a kick, jump bank on the 5, play the 10.
No problem.
That's it.
I mean,
You have
Jump.
I
you
could
have
at least hit
yeah.
it on a jump
You have
50%,
a jump,
but I think the kick is better.
right, a jump, kick, bank. This is it. Because you swing in you're okay. So you hit this ball. So what? You're in trouble. There's 5 open
Yeah.
balls on
How
the table.
about
How about you
thinning
tie
the 7
something
toward
up?
the 6?
Tie
Yeah,
something up?
exactly. Thin the 7
Okay.
toward the 6.
Okay. So you guys thin the 7 toward the 6, right, and give Vilmos ball in hand on the 5, right? That's what you're gonna do?
I don't know. I mean, hey, well, okay. So then, what's the answer? How do you beat Vilmos from here?
Well, he's gonna have to do something. I like that. He had to do.
Yeah,
You have
you
to
gotta-
do something. That's
And the
it.
crazy
You
scratch.
know what I mean? You have to do something. You know what I mean? You have to do something. This is what Ernesto says
He's running this
in the positions. You have to do something.
Yeah, and don't be vague about it.
Whether you tie ball up,
Okay.
whether you put balls in bad positions, whether you jump, kick, bank, and try to make it inside, you have to do something. And whatever it is, you have to decide. And you have to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by do something. Like Melissa would say, spray and pray and spray. You know, just smash at them and think something's gonna happen. Is not gonna do it.
Not in 10 ball.
It's not gonna do it in any game. Like if you watch, okay, what would Efren do when he's playing?
Yeah.
Earl
but
Strickland. Hold on.
He's got more
playing,
options than the rest of us.
He's playing,
Okay,
he's
go
playing
ahead.
Earl, and he hooks himself, and he comes up with what?
He
The
just.
Z bank,
Oh yeah, that.
right?
That's because he doesn't have an ounce of give up in his body. He will make
Thank
the
you.
plan until he sees
Thank you.
it.
That's
and
it.
then he will
You
execute.
said
Yeah,
it.
that takes a lot
You
of
got
mental.
to make the plan.
No give up. Take
None.
the time, make
None.
the plan,
None.
and give it 100%.
Whatever it is, whether
Yeah.
it's tying balls up,
That's
whether-
Z-Bank was
right.
Wow.
And how many times have you seen players in bad position? They came up with something. That's what they do. That's what good players do. They come up with it,
Yeah.
and we don't. Ernesto said the best thing ever to me. He said the difference between a good player and a bad player is that when a good player gets out of line, they fix it,
Yeah.
no matter what it is.
Yeah.
When we get out of line,
When I'm
It's
when
over.
I'm playing good, I feel it.
Yes.
I feel it. I get out of line and I make a great shot. I'm right back in line and run out.
like this isn't optimal for Vilmos, but you can bet your bottom dollar he's going to make it. That's what they do. And it's a mindset. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
tough.
it's 8-2.
Now listen, I'm gonna tell
God,
anybody
it
out
goes
there.
quick.
I'm gonna tell anybody out there. You know, you can come up here to Cali and you can play my man Omar. I'll put him in a box because it ain't gonna be like this all the time. It just
No.
happens that right now,
Yeah.
this is what's happening. This is the gig we got. This is the hand we're dealt. It's poker.
Yeah.
You got 8 bad beats in a row.
We can't just
You don't
put their they're not it's not a card game where you can just put
Thank
their
you.
hands together and compare them.
Exactly.
There's a lot of variability.
Absolutely. So I'd like to thank our sponsor, Tony Rodriguez of Remax Gold Coast Realtors. If you're looking for some real estate property, please patronize our sponsors because they're patronizing you by adding this money that you can come win.
Not to mention Tony is the man.
Tony's a
like
great guy.
yeah, very professional, super nice guy.
Oh, God.
I hang out with him over at
He's cool.
Sticks.
Yeah.
I love Sticks.
Yeah, Sticks is a great place. Shout out to my man, one of the great owners, in
Jerry
man.
Manchin,
Jerry
yeah.
Manchin. You know what? Jerry Manchin, he taught me a lot. You know, even just in conversations with him, because the way Jerry Manchin thinks as a room owner is, I agree with him. He treats everybody with respect, but if you're disrespectful, there's no toleration for it. You know what I mean? And I like people like that. So shout out to my man Jerry Manchin. Not to mention he plays my favorite game like a champion. So I gotta like him. All right, so Vilmos has some opportunities here. If that one goes, he'll shoot it. If not, he's looking to put him in trouble. Staying in stroke here. He
Wow.
was tough. Have you ever seen Vilmos look at a ball like he don't know if it was going in or not?
No.
He just did.
There you
go, there you go.
Table 3.
Yeah,
Raise to 7, come get your rack.
it's hard when the pressure's on. You know. It's one thing if the pressure's on
You see
and you're
right there?
playing a guy who's not going to run out
Right.
almost every time you miss.
Right. But you see right there from Omar, you know what I mean? That frustration level is tough. It's tough to get off your back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And Omar's not used to losing. Omar's a winner. You know, he knows how to get there in his own level. You know what I mean? But I think, you know, I played sports, you know, things like that, and I think that mentality was just pounded in my head.
This is a winner side match, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You know, and look at that. I was gonna say that's 4 unknown. Here we go. Now what do? You make this combo, correct?
Yeah. That's
So then I'm gonna look at Omar and let's see. You know what I mean? I want to see Omar give this shot his due diligence and drill it. Drill this ball. Drill this ball. He knows what to do. I think in your mindset too, you have to, like my man Rausuke, you got to stay in the game all the time. And Ernesto, you know, I'm just blessed to be around these great players. But Ernesto says, man, it's a prize fight. This is a 9-round fight. This is a 10-round fight, 10 ball, right? 10 rounds. You got to fight for every ball, man.
Yeah. Every ball has to be, and it actually helps take the pressure off. If your only goal is playing 500 games instead of 9 games, and by 500 games I mean every ball is its own game. Every ball you get down and just execute each shot to your highest ability. Give it your best stroke. Make the best plan.
Exactly.
Every shot is its own game.
Exactly.
It takes the pressure off because you're not worried about, oh, I got a good run out here, I'm going to run out. No, there's only one ball in front of you.
That's all you got to do.
Oh, now this is one you'd love to jump, but the 4 ball's too close.
Right. So, and right now, too, Vilmos, he's just keeping the heat on Omar.
Yeah.
Omar can't breathe right now. He can't breathe.
Omar called the 10. Smart. You got to call something.
Yeah.
Got to call something.
I make your plan and
even
execute.
if you're playing safe, you got to call something.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say 6-10 combo coming up. I've seen Vilmos right now. He's putting a variation of the draw drag on the ball so that it was turning over when it gets close to the pocket when he's hitting on the rail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He wasn't doing that in the beginning stages. He's just pumping it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He ain't scared to hit it with whatever
right.
stroke is necessary.
Right, but that stroke and the speed is conducive to the ball going in if you dust it a little bit.
Yeah, pocket speed.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's the same like when you shoot a bank, and the softer you hit the bank, the wider the angle.
Right.
Well, when the ball is catching the pocket face, think of the pocket facing as a cushion. You want that angle that it opens up at to be as wide as possible so it has the best chance of going in the pocket. That's why when you slam a ball into the pocket facing, it's more likely to rattle because it tightens that angle just like it tightens the angle on all the other cushions on the table.
And here we go. So now this is very interesting. He's going to hold this ball in the side to play that 6-10.
I think he can. Is he? I was gonna say he could just roll it and shoot it up top.
And he might be doing what you said, Jess. You know what? And there we go. He says, I don't need no stinking combo. But if he would have got straight in on that side pocket, he would
that's better. He just went to the rail with reverse. I was thinking he could just roll it naturally to the top rail, and then it hits the top rail and rolls right toward the 6. Instead, he just went to the side rail with inside to kind of kill the ball.
And this is what I love and enjoy about this, because every time at this opportunity, you get to learn something if you're really playing.
Now I want to watch if there's any right spin so that he can hit the ball thicker. There was a tiny bit of right spin that allows him to throw the ball to the left and cheat the contact point a little bit.
That ball really good.
But look, the 9 doesn't pass the 10, does it? So that's kind of interesting. He's got to get short side shape on the 9.
2 rails, and that's those style. Swing out and swing back. Swing out and swing back. I love it because it's calculating. Look at that beautiful shot, man.
That's why you play so good. You're always shooting the right shot.
Exactly. You sit there and you figure it out. You see what I'm saying? Omar says, get me out of here. Or like Ernesto,
Omar ran to the tap.
Ernesto would say,